Knock knock.
Who's there? Did you see what happened the last time I was asked to make a sign for a frat party? Yeah, great idea, me. Let's see what we've got here then. Ah! Not you! No! No! Not no!
And I think I found something. He decides to make the panther guy over here the captain, which he finds very exciting. And you can walk on the ground level and say hi to your adoring fans. Or you can be horrible. And the next stage is more standard Great Mega Man 2 gameplay with added tension, mixing water physics with funneling and instant death spikes.
Which I did all at my first time, don't judge me.
There she is. And for some stages, instead of a dark patch on the main menu to signify you beat it, you get Mega Man's face there instead, almost as if to say, "Yay, I did it!" I've got a question for you all today. Jezza got to the semi-finals of Britain's Got Talent back in 2008, and 10 years later, he ended up in a gaming magazine with Sonic Boo.
You know what I love? Going to France.
We're on the wrong side of the road! This is just a picture of the box art, just there, waiting for you to press start. Where's all the subtle animations and wacky backgrounds they used from Search for Reptar? And where are all the babies popping their heads out and going, "Ah!"
Do you think that Dave Mirra was best friends with Tony Dressing Table?
I don't know whether to stop, run back, or pancake!
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
A wizard.
Oh my god, yes! I've been waiting for someone to tell me that for years! Harry Potter's cool, I can't wait to do wizard stuff!
This game is total carnage, man. I'm telling you, I haven't seen this much Muppet violence since CSI Sesame. Oh look, here we go, it's a land. Oh fuck, slow down, you're gonna crash! More tapping A over and over again. If you hold the jump button after a bum bash as well, you also get to do what I like to call the skid mark slide. I haven't got anything else to say. Commence. Now you tell me. What in the holy mother of crack was that about? Was that from a bull riding tournament where a person was dressed as the bull? Was that a deleted scene from The Exorcist? Was that my auntie's final words? I don't know. In fact, in this video, I'm gonna have to do the dirty deed of deciding whether or not to slaughter myself. In my stupid face.
Blow my cock off!
One a penny, two a penny, hot cross anuses.
I have a joke for you all today. How many companies does it take to make George of the Jungle on PS2? 6. One to write the title, one to draw the cover, and the other 4 to fuck. Anyway, here's the main event, the Peppa Pig official magazine. So let's open it up and see what the first thing is that... Oh.
And then one of Dr. Wily's greatest inventions comes in, ready to end your life. Also, I'm immediately in love with the backing music and have nothing else to say.
Have you ever heard of Pollicus?
What?
Pollicus?
Excuse me?
Pollicus?
Bollock face.
But what exactly do you think his legs really look like?
If only there were good cartoons out there. And they made good games about those good cartoons. Oh!
Who lives in a pineapple under the...
I don't want you to think I'm just a nasty little nipple.
What's that? Oh, really? You're joking, right? Oh, you shouldn't have told me that. That's really... Yep, I've officially lost my shit! When you see the hoof prints left from the horses walking in the snow, that is perfect. That is... Italian Kiss, some of the best quality horse snow footprint graphics I've ever seen in my life. 61% on Metacritic, 5-star! Pre-order at Target now and get exclusive horse nappies!
Oh my god.
Because in the present day of 2000, they still don't know what year it is. We're 11 games in and nobody thought to buy a calendar. Good evening, everyone. I'm Lawrence Fishpond. The film starts with the greatest walking theme I've ever heard in my life. Christ's sake, it's not even in time! The best dream I ever had was when I was walking down the street in the middle of the night and said hello to the postman, but as soon as I waved at him, some sticky, stringy stuff flew out of my wrist. 9 months later, the postman had twins, and then Spider-Man for the PS4 came out to let me relive that very same dream. What in the holy mother of bitch trees happened there?
I mean, I would read the front of the bag, but there is absolutely nothing. Peppa Pig's bag of fun. Is that George's cup of fun?
It's a lot more and a lot less piffle. Bubsy, the Woolies strike back. Thank the Lord it's not the Willies strike back, because having 3 on your head is more than enough for me.
Why is there nothing on TV anymore?
Hello, I'm a packet of noodles, and you're watching Disney Channel. After these messages, get ready for the new series of Don't Worry, That's Just My Boner. Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster, still incredible. Although I'm pretty sure that Steven Tyler just breathed in with his giant gaping mouth to make the ride go. And here are the same devs from Search for Reptar, End Space, which of course stands for never mind, I don't want to play this game anymore, can I go to space instead?
Did you know that my dog thinks that going for walkies is actually do you want to burn in the furnace? Stanley? Do you want to burn in the furnace? Do you want to burn in the furnace? Yes! Yes, you do! After this, I completely skipped Crash Boom Bang on DS because my sister had it and said it was awful, so I didn't even bother. And when I had my Wii, my first ever Wii, yeah, got it right in the toilet, first time. No splashback.
First I'm told I could die if I explore too far, and then I'm being ripped off. I thought this was magical lovely Hogwarts, not Peckham. They only make a few set noises when they hit someone, get hit, and win or lose a race. And at least the mold is broken a little bit in this scene where we move on from the vibrating head laughing to this instead.
Hey, honey. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Juicy.
Juicy who?
Do you see that stupid dog over there?
You then reach the end of the stage and get greeted with...
That! Fucking that! You did it! Oh yeah, I didn't I?
I also love it whenever you go into free view mode and you get to see Flick's eyes as they follow exactly where you point the camera. Little details like that are equally cute and horrifying.
I'll read this email back, address every single point, and make the world a better place before I quit YouTube forever. I think that's a great idea.
Caddy, is it time yet?
No, Phoebe, not yet.
Aww.
Why was she so disappointed about that?
I wouldn't mind too much, but look at Mary's face. Jim of Caddicarus, watch out for that shitty game.
Wait, excuse me? That actually really So we just figured out the riddle of the man going to St. Ives, so what could possibly be next?
Oh. This isn't very nice. I've already been to one dark place, I don't need to go to any others. What more can the game throw at me that I have no clue?
Well, wait! What the fuck is that sack?
But it ain't too bad, really. I mean, you know what they say, when the world is in danger, you must...
Leave it to Ray, leave it to Ray, leave it to Ray!
Imagine it like you're travelling along the teeth of... Ken Dodd. Getting over it with Ken Doddy. Super sponge. More like... soup. Even that awful first-person mission in Fireworks Factory plays like an actual first-person shooter and not like if Wolfenstein was made by a baby. At least that's what the news says, but I'd be pretty skeptical myself. You see this news guy in Willy Wonka, his last name backwards is Leek. You wouldn't trust anyone with that name, would you?
Christ almighty, Mega Man, I know that we're 11 games in and everything, but calm down, you're gonna give yourself a hernia.
Welcome to our list of the scariest video game moments. Number 15, the piano in Super... It's completely nuts. You're webbing up people with your cream like a French baker with an icing bag and 2 kilos of crap. Even though it is brilliant how Dr. Wily bobs his eyebrows.
I actually get to rip into her, like literally rip. Look.
He says he's been ordering Wily around this entire time, but come the bloody hell on, I haven't seen a disguise that unconvincing since my great-granddad disguised himself as a corpse to get out of my 5th birthday party.
Oh wait, that was real.
The Jaguar game can crawl into a hole and die along with the Jaguar itself, while an actual Jaguar comes in to eat them both and vomit them up again and then die. And as for the first time Bubsy entered the realm of 3D platformers, I took a look at that game a few years back.
You piece of shit, floating in a bit of cold soup garnished with even more shit from an old obese man's
I didn't like it. Yay, tongue twisters, I love- Ow. Yay, tongue twisters, I love these. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked?
I think the real question we need to ask, though, is if Peter Piper had 2 eyebrows on each eye and elf ears, why isn't he living in the forest? I must also bring your attention to his much bigger and more muscly right arm. I think Peter Piper pulled his pickled pepper a bit too much.
42, Spyro the Dragon. That's not Spyro the Dragon, that is the Reignited trilogy, which isn't even out yet.
Little baby child.
Seriously though, who doesn't love Disneyland? Walt Disney himself loved it so much that he died. What? Noseless Pat, noseless Pat, noseless Pat, and his penis. Come sit down on my knees, Sonny Jim. I think we need to have a little chat. And Harry may run around like he doesn't want people to think he's pissed himself, but Neville takes the cake of embarrassment because he clearly wants everyone to know he completely shat his pants and is very proud of it. So I will recommend that you tackle this game solely as a multiplayer title. Which I won't be doing today because I have no friends.
Daddy, I'll play with you.
What? I'm not playing with you! Who do you think I am? The daycare? Kids suck! Leave me alone, oh dear!
I'm not playing with you anymore.
Yep, I can see that.
Get back to the video.
Gladly. He looks like he wants me to do a lot more than just save the game.
I can show you my ass.
Oh, and by the way, this ice world, just burn it, make it water, I'll drink it, I'll spit it out, I'll soak it up, and then I'll eat it.
Hey, Samson.
Wait, what?
Hey, Samson.
Is the bear's name Samsung?
Hey, Samson.
Wow! And while contemplating this aspect of video game visual design from the late 90s, I noticed that Flick's name backwards is Kilf, and I don't know how to feel about that. Kite I'd like to fuck. So without further ado, here is the email, and I'll try my hardest to fix everything wrong with my life. Okay, let's go. Right, email subject. Your Voluptuous Raider review. And we're off to a great start. Anyway, your Voluptuous Raider review is fucking retarded. And it just keeps on getting better. Let's design your own super fruit or vegetable. What will their costume be like? What will you call them? My superhero is Mr. Horn. Guess what his superpower is? It's hiding all the way down there.
Who killed Cock Robin? I, said the sparrow. With my bow and arrow, I killed Cock Robin.
Who'll arrest the culprit? I, said the moose. I'll wrap him in a noose. We support the death penalty. What is my name? Good question, and I have a good answer. Flumpcum. Wait, what? It's red. I can't click to continue. Oh, but I always wanted to see what Flumpcum looked like. The best thing about this rhyme is the guy having a field day on the keyboard.
If all the world were paper, and all the sea were ink, if all the trees were bread and cheese, what should we have to drink?
Plus, if all the world were paper and the sea were ink, it would all sink. The end. What was my money? Well, first of all, I got these erasers that are based on the nativity, or it could be Eraserhead, I really can't tell. I don't even know what to say about these, but I suppose one thing I've always wanted to do is, rub Mary and a sheep together until they both start flaking. Oh, fuck. Or I suppose I could always use the face of baby Jesus to correct my spelling mistakes. What the fuck am I doing? Joseph, you are unclean! You must grind your sins away! Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Story Time with Daddy Caddy. Are you sitting comfortably? I don't care. Here's the story of the 3 blind mice. Enough positivity! I just flicked the bastard caddy switch. Gritty, awful, and totally tragic, all in a stewing pot of whiskey and urine that I like to call pisky. By the way, serious question for Americans. Why do you call them herbs? Why is there a silent H there? What, do you live in an house?
We can't just let him get away!
Oh, what, you mean like you do at the end of every single game, you complete tosspot? Like a seagull to a cone of chips, I snagged it up as soon as I could, while screaming at all the children walking past. Somebody had to watch this back and think, this is shit. This game makes you, without sounding cliche,
feel like Spider-Man. No. Become the Batman! Oh! And you can slide up ladders. Ready, let's jump. Ready, let's... It broke.
Oh no, look, your plan has failed. I hope this means you won't be jailed. And I restarted the game multiple times fiddling with the graphics options because there's no way to do that within the game itself.
That's me on Bluetooth.
Why aren't you coming into my park? Look, I've got nothing! This park is anything that you want it to be, is in your imagination.
Yo ho ho, man,
Was that what it was meant to be?
No. I did it! I did a thing!
This stage has a cameraman that heard Crash 1 was originally called Sonic's Arse Game and thought he would be getting involved with some bare-naked Sonic butt action, but then saw it was about a Bandicoot instead and thought, oh fuck me, that's even better, and stuck the camera as far up Crash's arse as he could.
Go home to your mother, Potter. Oh, sorry. You don't have one, do you?
Well, you know what, Malfoy? My mum may be dead, but at least my leg isn't a fish. This lady, Nazira, is Jaffa Cake's sister. Couldn't you tell from the box art? Reminds me of the last time I casted a spell with my sister's face in it. This then follows on to Boss 1. Oh my god. It's Crash. It's Cash Banuka.
If you went, you'd be on that silly search for weeks.
Hey now, there's nothing silly about that. In fact, I do it pretty frequently. Yes! I found it!
Ladies and gentlemen, did you see it? Of course you didn't see it, because you can only hear me.
Then why did you ask?
Who used Womb Raider in their description and made several predictable jokes regarding her breeds and buttocks.
Yes! Breeds! Breeds! I want that on a t-shirt! Oh my god, her breeds and buttock breeds! How could you get that wrong? Breeds! Fucking breeds! You know what one of my favourite things for dinner is? Chicken breeds!
And if all the men were one man, what a great man that would be.
I don't think you thought about that sentence, did you?
So in the PAL version, it's 10 times worse having a game this slow run this choppily. It's more unresponsive than my granny, and she's dead. Little Miss Muffet is next, and do you think we get an awesomely adorable puppet spider jiggling along to the song?
What are you, a floppy old dick? Okay, you know that your soundtrack is godly when that is the noise you hear every time you do something as basic as hitting a switch.
It's a shame too, because after hearing and seeing a few things about this game and already being massively into games like Octodad, when I saw it available on Steam for not too much money, I was like, man is in love. And then I came.
To the nameless person who gave me this game, if you played this game when you were younger and you really enjoyed it, or you still enjoy it now, then I can only apologise for this video. But if you gave me this game knowing full well that it was trash, then I hate you, and I'm going to write it on your coffin. Probably going to sign it as well with a Sharpie. Might make your body worth a few pennies when I sell it on eBay, fuck you!
Why in the goddamn bloody hell is there a door with a very important item locked behind a piano that has to play a very specific piece of music to open? What if you need it in an emergency? Can you play the piece faster? And what is this poster doing in the lab? What is that? And you pick up an ink ribbon hiding underneath it. Ugh. How many inky ribbons do you think enjoyed that poster? Oh my god! Hi there, Bambi! Nice to see you can make it. How's your mum doing?
I thought we were for the Jungle Kings.
And now there's a rebel biker duck gang!
Oh, stick yourself in my mossy garden!
Toadette donned a new power-up, the Super Crown, and morphed into a Princess Peach look-alike, adding further credence to my theory that Peach is nothing but an old parasitic fungus. Are we also going to completely ignore the fact that Harry is a 6-foot-tall street flasher? You're just off straight away, zipping through buildings at 100 miles an hour, spinning webs of any size, catching thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
Christ, Peter Parker, slow down! You're gonna give yourself a heart attack before you're 30. I think someone's been eating a little bit too much Peterbix.
For example, if you don't have the means to attack the rabbit here in Woodman stage because Mega Man's arm is so muscly he can't move it towards his own feet from fiddling with himself too much.
It's a piece of shit. Okay, wait a minute, let's see if I can get this to actually do something.
Where are you going to, my pretty maid? I'm going a-milking, sir, she said.
Okay, alright, a little bit presumptuous, a bit forward, I suppose, but we've just started. Let's see where this goes, and there's no rhyming yet. But again, we've just started. Let's give it a chance to kick off.
May I go with you, my pretty maid? You're kindly welcome, sir, she said.
Okay, well, I mean, he did ask, and she did say yes, so there's nothing quite that wrong yet.
Will you marry me? Yes, if you please, kind sir.
And you said yes!
What is your father?
He doesn't even know who your dad is! Why are you being so cool about this weird man?
What is your fortune?
Look, he's trying to get into your money already!
My face is my fortune, sir, she said. Then I can't marry you, my pretty maid.
And now she tells him she has no money and he backs out!
Nobody asked you, sir, she said.
And she's okay with that!
But what really shocked me was that despite the more modern console release, the game went back to 8-bit. Then I was even more shocked to see that there was no intro cutscene either, and instead you jump straight into the level select from a static menu. Then I was even more shocked to see our first ever female robot master. Oh, and we also have Plugman. Yes, Plugman. At least now he can join forces with Hardman and we've got both ends covered.
Don't you also need nurses at such a game? Hey there, do you mind at all if you speak up just a tiny bit because Yako will never let me play for the jungle.
Speak up! This isn't a quiet place, it's Animal Bloody Soccer World! And it's worth mentioning at this point that on Steam I paid £15.49 for this.
Hey Siri, how much is £15.49 in dollars?
£15.49 in dollars is still far too much for Bubsy's Willy Strikes Back.
And to accentuate how hilarious YouTubing and pirates going together is, we've got 3 crying face emojis because that's what the kids are into, innit? The more I say that word, the weirder it sounds. Q. Q. It doesn't even sound like how it's spelled. You should be waiting for a ride in a Kiwi. Have a moment of reflection and peace as I dedicate a song to one of the greatest bosses in video game history, Toadman. And I will always love you. I will always love you.
Finally, okay, got myself 33 keys. That should be plenty enough to fit 8 locks.
And the lesson today, kids, is don't try too hard at anything because it isn't fucking worth it!
Then smack him repeatedly into the middle of a space glory hole until space itself comes everywhere from Cortex's penetrated head.
Why is Caspanuka making me feel horny?
I don't even feel confident calling him Hagrid, so instead I'll just change his name to whatever my phone autocorrects it to in my notes. There we go. Hayride. My phone calls him Hayride. That is who you are.
Hope you land safely, Al!
What, so you're just gonna let Aladdin die then? Thanks so much, Genie Weasley. Now we can use our flap ability to gain some extra height. A flap ability. We got an ability to use the wings Spyro already has to flap. A flap ability. All of a sudden, these birds then arrive with soggy old socks for their beaks and say that they will commentate for one team, the Jungle Kings, while Harry will commentate for the other team, the Wild Dogs, which is apparently so funny that the head of one of the birds starts to do itself in the neck hole.
I can't believe I've never thought about doing this before. Thank you, random email. You have changed my life for the better. I cannot...
Shut up, Cad. You want your life insurance?
Caddy is dead, everyone, so please give money to support his family and go to thepixelempire.com for a brand new and simple website layout, more designs for shirts coming in the future, and even brand new phone cases to deck out your Samsung Galaxy with Caddy's penis!
As in, we can no longer charge shot or slide.
You know what, I'm going to add my own little caddy touch to these lovely pieces of artwork. I'm going to get my Penpa Pig out. There we go, I think that's perfectly appropriate for the kiddie winks.
Baba, black sheep, have you smoked a joint?
Before we get to that one though, I have to show you how lovely it is if you decide to use one of those special tanks that refills absolutely everything.
It's just the most basic of elements and environments placed on top of a flat background like shelves nailed on a flat wall in IKEA. But it's one of those shelf and wall sets that nobody really likes or cares about, so they put them at the back of IKEA because it's only for the old people who get lost in there.
First mate Big B, what does that stand for? Big bollocks. Quartermaster Stampy and Captain TDM. TD, what a weird name. What does that stand for? The dump truck molester?
And your first immediate stop to check out is Toilette Towers, a gift from the French, the cornerstone to our park and what put us on the map in the first place. And while you're here, why not try out some of our special endangered turtle burgers? You may be glad that the bathrooms were right next door afterwards. I didn't feel human by the end of it.
And that's because I'm not.
But also kicks Malfoy so hard in the back of the fucking head he leaves this plane of reality. What's inside the room that was so important to God I had to run a million errands to get through? A cake shop, where I could buy a cake to give to another guard and get past him.
How do you sell any fucking cakes when your shop has a bouncer that won't let anyone in? Furthermore, aren't you a thief, Aladdin? You'll steal coins and apples just fine, but not any cakes? Why? You know what? I don't care. Just throw some more fucking apples at some fucking birds, run out of apples with one bird remaining because of shitty controls, and so need to run back through the entire fucking stage just to get more apples, and run all the way back just so you can hit the last bird and win a fucking flute from a little boy. This game is horrible!
Look how lifeless this shit is.
I always have to do everything, just because they're bigger than me.
Did Tommy Wiseau voice that thing?
I want to give her a second chance. After all, she's my future wife.
Which fruits and vegetables should we eat, Mr. Potato? Him.
But I'm very concerned with this image over here. He sees a young boy riding past on a horse and the first thing he thinks is,
Yep, time for me to yank my trousers up and get my bulge out.
this is where gaming was in 2008, folks. Far Cry 2, Dead Space, Gears of War 2, and low-resolution static monkey anus with this face loving every second of it.
Is that what I'm gonna see when I end up in heaven? Because if it is, I think I'd rather go to hell.
George from Peppa Pig, watch out for that axe. What's more interesting to me, though, is that on the back of the box for the DVD specifically, this is the only rhyme featured with a weird punctuation error. Come, let's to bed. And I was so angry about this when I saw it that I decided to have a look for more information about classic nursery rhymes with Darren Day on Google so that I could complain to the company, only to then be given
Some results may have been removed under data protection law in Europe.
because I guess there was some kind of Watergate conspiracy behind the creation of this DVD, and I think the upside-down wrong-coloured Olympic rings are actually the symbols representing Darren Day's sex cult. So we move on to Punch and Judy. Here we meet an adorable new enemy / gameplay mechanic, a missile on legs that chases you and that you can mount once they get exhausted.
Which is ironic, being so close to Valentine's Day, because you usually mount the thing first and then they get exhausted. Oh wow! Okay, the Incredible Cone Man on Net Eurose still has my favourite death noise of all time. But that right there, that's a very close second. Hey Phoebe!
Yeah?
When I got this trophy, I thought it said jaculate, and I was nearly sick.
Shh, kids, I'm coming for you.
Yes, I'm a little butthurt by him. Mega Man's arm cannon up there will do that to you.
Maybe he's born with it.
Maybe it's Mario Billy. And the panther is so happy about the situation, his neck vibrates, while the dog is so happy his legs collapse in on themselves. And that moment I recorded when he finds a cosplayer and starts chatting to him left me gleaming. Okay, stop, that's too much. No, stop it, seriously. Enough. No, I said that. Couldn't tell you how Iron Man is weak against leaves though, but I really don't care because...
Jesus, he died quickly! Oh no, not the real Jesus. I heard that was very slow. This can be my stranger danger whistle. Pepper and Rebecca make big splashes. Daddy says he can make the biggest splash. Oh wait.
They actually called him that! They knew he's a sick and disgusting lonely old man too!
It's me, the Prince of Personality, Bubsy! What can possibly go wrong? And because I'm a hero, for crying out loud.
Big bollock dance. No! Check out Big Bollock Stats 2's... Fuck off!
After you're done here, you may want to head left down the gravel path of longing guilt, where you won't only be able to see our beautifully flat trees. Oh what, you don't like them? Oh, fuck off then!
I got the goal. Now where's that mine entrance?
I yes, the question on every toddler's mind.
Us Gryffindors should stick together.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because it looks like every member of Gryffindor's been stuck on your face.
All of a sudden, we cut to the Sultan's palace where a ghostly demonic figure with evil glowing eyes is creeping through the shadows ready to attack at any second. And what music did they decide to go with for such an image?
Now this sounds like a Spyro flying stage, thank Christ!
That's alright, Caddy, I'm a Spyro fan myself.
Ring a roses, a pocket full of poses, a tissue, we all died from the plague. Perhaps the monster is scared of jellyfish. The mother jellyfish scared of jellyfish. It is! It's not joking, there it is! Jellyfish! Mother jellyfish hurt by jellyfish! Pick up jellyfish, throw them at mother jellyfish, jellyfish hurts mother jellyfish! What kind of fucked up sense? Well, I mean, now that I think about it, I'm a person, and if someone threw a person at me, I'd probably be quite upset too. Now, I must give props to the guys making this stilly, because there is actual animation here, but last time I checked, this isn't how seesaws worked. This VHS seems to think they work more like this. Ooh! Ah! Oh!
I like that.
Me too.
Bikini Bottom has loads of bread.
I finished the level! I ended it! You can't kill me after I finish the level! I ended the level! Fuck off, SpongeBob SquarePob Superpop!
Nothing useful? How could you possibly know that? Look how many chemicals there are. Read the labels. Nothing unusual. Are we looking around the same mansion here, you daft oblivious beast? The Yellow Devil has returned. Hey Toad. Oh what? Your princess is in another castle?
Piss off!
Oh look, it's that useless penguin mother. You love your child so much, yet you somehow totally lost it somewhere. Screw Child Protection Services.
You deserve death!
Oh yes, now we have the problem of the homeless baby penguin with no mother.
Say hi to your mum for me!
So after all of that, we then follow on to Harry the 6-foot flasher taking photocopies. I'm assuming of his privates.
First, I need a natural steroid. My brain will create nightmares that my body thinks are real. There's the greenhouse!
I mean, I know that you're poisoned and you're dying and everything, but what is this? Am I playing Spider-Man or watching a really shitty Shakespearean play?
Or the fact that the metal blades are just so good that they make me want to dry hump the nearest inanimate object. I've always wanted to be a knobhead, and now I can be. Daddy Pig loves Caddy's ear canal. Is this as insensitive as Oil Man in Mega Man Powered Up, though?
Don't you got a place near your house for fill-ups?
I'll let you be the judge of that because I ain't touching that subject with a 50-foot hard man. Big beast You will eventually come across the beloved treasure of our park, the Rock of Inclination. So precious and so desired to the point that we even have a litter bin right next to it, because if you dare have a picnic near this rock and throw your rubbish everywhere, we will feed you to the living, breathing gift shop.
Have you met Hermione yet? She's a real know-it-all. And a teacher's pet. No, I am not. She's rather annoying, isn't she?
Hey Harry, this is Hermione. She's very smart. Also, she touches children.
He used his pipe and she used her legs.
You used your what and she did what?
He used his pipe and she used her legs.
Ah!
Tom saw a crossfellow was beating an ass.
Oh, I bet he was, the little slut.
There's no new attacks, no new animations, no invincibility period. It's like you're flinging a flannel at a brick wall.
I beat the boss! Nestor arms are the best thing that's ever happened to this beautiful planet Earth we live on, and I dream about them every single night. I will shoot your mum in the face!
God damn, if I didn't know any better, I'd think they found a pretty handbag in a shop. I mean, what's going on here? I don't know, and I'm not sure the wall likes it. The chicken grabs a saxophone and the dog starts drumming the intro to a Rick Astley song. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, nicer than my nanny's flan. By the game, you will see, it's so good it'll make you wee. Watch out, PS4 Spider-Man. His real name is Bruce Banner. But once you finally do it, Dr. Wily then transforms into an alien. And it doesn't stop there, it gets even weirder. He's weak to bubbles. Bubbles!
Cheeky monkey bridge.
Trying to add my own little personal caddy touch onto the lovely picture that we have there.
It was then I discovered, after crying in my mom's blankie, that Proto Man is in fact the hard mode of this game. Yeah, because he has half the health as Mega Man. So 4 Robot Masters into the game's worth of progress and dozens of deaths later, I decided it was too hard for me, it was too much, so I decided to start the whole game from the beginning, and I hate my life!
Ethan Graham. I think I had a bowl of Ethan Grams once.
Anyway, right here in front of the super toilets is where you'll find our best and biggest water coaster. Unfinished.tmp, aptly named because I couldn't figure out how to fucking finish the ride. No matter what I did, it refused to connect back to the start of the ride, so I suppose that's a good thing because if you rode this coaster, you would definitely... But I think I'd be a little bit more sad if Hedwig didn't look like a flying tampon.
In comes four legs.
Yes! How did that go again?
In comes four legs.
That is the best theme I think I've ever heard for a dog entering a room. Stan. Please, before you consider going out and getting the latest update for Fortnite, which is a really stupid name in the first place, you might as well call it Weekly.
And what do you think was in them then on New Year's Day in the morning? 3 pretty girls were in them then.
Oh.
That's why Bowsette's chest is so enlarged. Her bags are filled with helium. She's so buoyant she's floating above the floor. We finally have the first football kick, which is followed by this. Although I did love it when Spider-Man was actually involved with these missions and you could command him to come down and make the enemies frigging launch up into the air like a deflated balloon. But I love how frigging terrified Mega Man looks whenever he does it.
Oh my god! Mr. Potato looks around the sports centre. Why does he need to do it? He built the bloody thing. Pop Mr. Potato here. What, pop him in the face?
The endgame, though, isn't against Wily, but the Russian scientist Dr. Cossack instead.
Russian scientist Dr. Cossack? I mean, come on, seriously? Where's the Spanish scientist, Dr. Flamenco?
Bypassing that ride, however, leads you to the longest queue in the park, and for good reason, because our most popular ride is housed at the end of it. The Oval of Bland. You can see why it's our most popular ride, can't you?
Either way, I'm okay now, and I'm back. And in case you missed it,
Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and then got liver failure. The good thing is that this is totally made up with perhaps the most epic wind-up to a kick in video game history. Unlike this game, where you get interrupted constantly with loading screens and cutscenes every time Spider-Man decides to stop off and scratch his hairy ass on a bit of scaffolding.
Draw a picture of you in the hula hoop. There you go, that's me, because that's how you make me feel, Pepper, you little bastard.
You'll find a queue of epic proportions leading you directly to our loving deity who made the creation of Dexter's lavatory possible. The Sun God of Judgment. And this is where he proudly sits, waiting to be praised for everything he has done for us mere mortals. And if you decide to disrespect him by just waltzing up like you own the place, he will teleport you into his judgment slingshot and fucking launch you out the park forever!
Big Ben, this building includes all of Westminster Palace and has a giant cock!
Pussycat, where have you been?
I went to London to look at the Queen and found a huge gross mouse picking its nose with a disgusting belly button sitting underneath a chair made of hemorrhoids. Is that how the rhyme goes?
Can you make juice for us?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can you make juice for us?
Excuse me?
Can you make juice for us?
Just say that one more time for me, please.
Can you make juice for us?
Oh!
But in order to get past, make sure you take the hit without being too close to the edge or else...
Oh dear, you funky down the hole. Sandy, would you like some bacon? Do you want some bacon? Go on then! Oh, even the dog doesn't. Daddy Pig, you aren't even good enough for the dog to eat.
For your final test, are you willing to walk by the Forest of 100 Eyes and risk being spotted by our guards who can see through your deceit with our disguised security cameras? Trust me, they can tell if you're not being serious, and if you're not worthy, they will stop you right there.
It's also worth saying that one of those trees is equipped with an automatic sniper rifle. But I'm not telling you which one.
You guys are going into Area S.
Okay, don't think I really want to go there. Yes, Sheepman is now a robot master, don't question it.
Bar. At the sports centre. Hello, everyone. Hello, Pepper. We thought you were Mr. Potato. Oink. Wait, I thought it was Snort. Are we jumping from Snort to Oink? You can't go from Snort to Oink that quickly. You'll get whiplash.
All together now.
We faked a shirt, a lamb went green, we shot up, and we smoked a joint. A doctor drowned a pig, he screamed, a wheelie went before a pussy, a cat got stuck, we sniffed his ass, we ate some tits, we starved a kid, he yanked his pants, a baby shat, and a lady couldn't find a shoe that was right there. Idiot.
If by some miracle you pass the Forest of 100 Eyes, then get ready for your final test. Behold the majesty of
Sunny, the son of the sun god, Godson's son.
Who doesn't have any special powers necessarily, but if you're nice to him, he can give you a voucher for the slightly racist costume shop on your way out. And yes, the front door is in his testicles, because we all know that's where the best deals are hiding.
So I'm just gonna go back to the sofa and watch some TV instead.
He's back and he's better than ever. Adam Sandler is a plate, and don't forget to wash my ass.
We get more pointless fluff added to it.
Build it up with silver and gold, silver and gold, silver and gold. Build it up with silver and gold, my fair lady.
Great, thank you for extending the rhyme longer than it ever needed to be. I think I'm just about done here, so on to the next rhyme.
Silver and gold will be stolen away, stolen away, stolen away. Silver and gold will be stolen away, my fair lady.
Okay, are we stopping now? Good. So on to the next rhyme.
Set to man to watch all night, watch all night, watch all night. Set to man to watch all night, my fair lady.
God! Okay, you've found something that fixes the bridge. You've got someone to watch it all night in case someone steals it. There's nothing else you can add, is there? No? Are we good to go? Fantastic. So on to the next rhyme.
Suppose